everyone, this is Soumya from Book Feast channel. Today we are going to see a poem which is titled A Father to His Son, which is written by Carl August Sandburg. So before getting into today's poem, I just want to tell that we have posted this video particularly in Tamil. If you want to watch that video, please do refer the description for the link. And please do like, share, comment and subscribe our channel to get further more updates. So let's get into today's summary. Coming to the writer's introduction, he is Carl August Sandburg. He was born in January 6, 1878 and he was passed away in the year January 22, 1967. He was born in the place which is titled Galsburg. He is an American poet, writer as well as an editor. And he has won 3 prestigious prizes for two of his poetry and one of his biographical work on Abraham Lincoln. And he is seen as a major figure in the contemporary literature. So before getting into stanza-wise summary, I just want to sum up it in a single line. So the whole poem talks about a letter and the content of the letter, which is written by a father to his son. Thus, we get the title A Father to His Son. So from a father to his son. So let's see the first stanza. A father sees his son nearing manhood. What shall he tell that son? So a father, he is seeing his son who is nearing the manhood stage. So the father wanted to give him certain advices in certain lectures. So what shall he tell that son? So what will be the advice set by the father to his son? So the first advice seems to be, life is hard, be still, be a rock. So life is very hard. So you have to be very strong like a steel. And you have to be more effective like a rock. And this might stand him for the storms. If you are very hard and strong and if you are very courageous, even though there is a storm, you can survive. You will become the survival of the fittest. And also you can serve him for humdrum monotony. So humdrum monotony refers to the normal boring lifestyle. Here, if you are very strong in courage, you can even serve for your normal boring lifestyle if it is boring. And second stanza, and guide him among certain betrayals and tighten him for slack moments. So if you are very strong and if you are very courageous like steel and rock, you can guide the certain betrayals. You will be guided in the certain betrayals. When someone is betraying you, it is in a certain moment also, you can have a better mind. You will be guided. And you can, slack refers to losing. Whenever something is out of your hand, you can also hold it tight by not leaving it. Unless you have a strong heart, nothing will be moving out from you. Next advice seems to be, life is a soft loam. Be gentle, go easy. So, soft loam refers to a fertile soil. He compares the life to the fertile soil and he says life is like a fertile soil. Be gentle. We have to be very gentle and we have to move very easily. We should not move in a tough or a quick manner. And this too might serve him. And the way of being gentle and being easy with the life will surely serve my son. Brutes have been gentled where lashes failed. So lashes refers to a stick beating. Here it talks about punishment. So brutes is the one who has made the fault. So whenever have you ever thought why the punishments were given? The punishments were given in order to change the mind of the wrongdoer. That is brutes here. The poet says, even some brutes cannot be changed by the punishments, but your gentleness can change them. So be gentle with the person, show your love towards him and change his bruteness quality. And when we go for third stanza, the growth of the frail flower in a path up has sometimes shattered and split a rock. So frail is very weak and delicate. Whenever the very weak and delicate flower grows in the hillsides or in the mountain sides, it splits a rock. We have seen in the many mountain areas that the root and the stem holds a certain place which is covered by rock. So he talks about that. Even a weak flower has a life on earth. It can survive against the rock. It can shatter and split the rock. So, gentleness never means that you can't lead a hard life. Gentleness talks about that even you can make the hardness to be very soft by being very gentle. A tough will counts. So maybe you have many tough situations, but so does desire. As well as you count the hard struggles, you also known to count the good issues in your life. So both you can face negativity in your life, it can be counted, but so does desire. All your desires also will be counted. So have a good desire and a strong heart. So does a rich soft wanting. So this is how even the rich wanted to be. Without rich wanting, nothing serves. So without rich wanting, you can't serve. Nothing can be served. Nothing can also arrive. And when you go for the fourth stanza, in third stanza, Flea states that at times gentleness can also overtake harshness, and the growth of a tender flower can split a rock. Why can't a gentle person can lead a happy world? Deep desire and strong will do a great thing to achieve. Tell him too much money has killed men and left them dead years before burial. So how come a person can be dead years before their burial? So here it talks about the not the physical appearance but the good character of a man. Tell him too much money. So too much of anything is good for nothing. That is often said proverb. Likewise he says too much money can kill a person. How come it kills a person many years before his burial? So he says that though the person can live for many years, but once he lacked his humanity, or once he had the courage that he wanted to earn only money and he values only money in his life, many person treat him as a dead body moving. So many person never see him a life in him, never see him as an equal man. They just see him as a wasted clay. Man is made out of clay. So this is somewhat clay, they used to think. The quest of lures beyond a few easy needs has twisted good enough men. So quest of lucre is the money which you have gained in the dishonorable manner. Here he says that kind of money which is gained in the dishonored manner has twisted a good enough man. So good enough man is a man of moral and principles. So it has twisted him upside down. It made him very cruel from soft. And it made him very jealous from normal person. So when you have the passion and love towards money, and when you start earning it in a dishonest manner, automatically the good enough character within you will be destroyed. Something into dry, thwarted worms. So thwarted is frustrated. So even though you get lots and lots of money, you will be automatically frustrated like a thwarted worms. Fifth stanza. Tell him time as tough can be wasted. Tell him to be a fool every so often and to have no shame over having been a fool. I'm sorry, the fool takes over the third line here. It is not a single line. Tell him time as a stuff can be wasted. So when you waste time, don't think that the time is being wasted. Time for leisure is not wasted. When you seek a knowledge, never feel ashamed to be called as a fool for not knowing. At the same time, learn from your mistake, and you have to be very clear that you should not repeat it again. It should not make you a fool again. So first time when you commit a mistake and people started commanding you as a fool, accept it. It is not a shame thing. But when you ignore it and when you repeat it for the second time, it is treated to be a shameful act. At learning something out of every folly. So each and every folly act you do, you learn something out of it. So start learning it, hoping to repeat none of the cheap follies. But make sure that you'll never repeat the same folly again. So it states it as a cheap folly. When you have done it mistakenly, it is just a mistake. When you have committed it wantonly, it seems to be a cheap thing. And coming to stanza 6, thus arriving and at intimate understanding of a world numbering many fools. So you have to understand, you have to examine your own thoughts and feelings. The world has many number of fools. So don't worry that what others think of you as a fool or as a good person. It doesn't matter. You wanted to realize what you are. You have to intimately understand yourself. Tell him to be alone often and get at himself. So ask him to be alone. And being alone often never mean that you are very weak. It also gives you many ideas and pleasure, and you can also get yourself. And above all, tell him no lies about himself. And above all this everything, you should not lie about yourself. That is, if someone says that they are good in dancing or singing or drawing, you need not say that you are also good in that unless you are good in it. If you are not good at something, just tell it to them. It never matters that saying a lie or good in something will make something good or better. So, you should not lie about yourself. Whatever the white lies and protective friends. So, white lies are the lies which talks about the lie which is said in order not to hurt someone. And protective friends is in order to protect you and your feeling from others. So, if you say some truths, automatically people will start cursing you, or people will start putting you in trouble. So at that point also, you are asked to say only the truth. You should never lie. He may use against the other people. It is not also within you. You can also use it with the other people. So avoid it. It is not a good thing. You should not lie about yourself. At the same time, you should not lie about other people. Tell him solitude is creative if he is strong and the final decisions are made in silent rooms. So tell him that solitude is being lone. So loneliness is a creative thing. You can bring in the strongness in you. And tell him that one such example is the final decisions are made in silent rooms. You may talk about many decisions. People never decide anything in the large sum of crowd or in a cluster of group. They take every decision in a silent room. So solitude is the weapon. It is a weapon of creativity. Tell him to be different from other people. If it comes natural and easy, being different. So ask him to be different from other people. He need not copy and he not be the reflection of someone. He has his own image. So when you have your own image, try to show or portray your own image to others. Never be the reflection of someone's image. Tell him to be different from others. That also, if it comes, so it talks in a conditional clause. If it is okay or not okay, that's a part from everything. So if it comes naturally, so it is natural, it is his naturality to be this kind and people are of other kind, ask him to be the same. Let him be the different. Why should he copy some people? And coming to stanza 8. Let him have lazy days seeking his deeper motives. So let him have the lazy days. So lazy days, you need not think that you are wasting your days. Instead, it is seeking his deeper motives. You can also learn for you are born in this world. What is your motive in life? What is the ambition of life? You can get many ideas. So he says lazy days, not because sitting lazy in the room and thinking of something. It helps you to come up the deeper in you. Let him seek deep for where he is born natural. So you find where you are naturally acting. So if it is talking about a career, if someone gives you some idea and if you wanted to go another opportunity, just think what's your nature, what you had passion for, what you had love for. So if you are being in yourself, if you stay yourself, if you are being yourself, you can understand Shakespeare and the Wright brothers, Pasteur, Pavlov, Michael Faraday and free imaginations. So if you are being you, you can understand Shakespeare, who is a great dramatist in the English literature during the Renaissance period, and Wright brothers, they are the inventor of the aeroplanes, and coming to Michael Faraday, he is the best writer. So you can understand all these people. Even you can be the greatest person like them, and you will have a free imagination mind. You can be very free. You can think whatever you want it to be. And coming to stanza 9, bringing changes into our world, dissenting change. So, dissenting is disliking. When you are bringing a new change to the world, it is not appreciated. It is not liked by many people. So, you need not worry for that. He'll be lonely enough. So, when you are very lone, when you think that I'm alone and group of people are together, it doesn't mean that you are very weak. It doesn't mean that your lack of something. Being lonely is very enough. So being alone is enough for you. To have time for the work he knows as his own. So if you have a time for your work to perform, and you will be known of your own character. You will be known what is needed for you, what is requested for you. So be alone. If it is your nature, stay alone. Be an icon in a group, large number of group. So this is the advice which is given to a son by his father, and the whole theme talks about a father's worldly wisdom for his son's progress and prosperity. So here I conclude my video, and once again I tell you that I have posted the particular video in Tamil. If you are in need of that video also, you can refer the description for the link, and please do like, share, comment and subscribe. If you are in need of any works, please do mention it in the comment section. Surely we'll make it for you. Thank you.